And welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a video talking about someone called May Cullen. Now, you may or may not have heard of her. She's from the UK, and she's been in a little bit of bother recently, but it was quite interesting. So I thought I'd give you all the details and get your opinion on it. So I've just got all the notes down here. So Bella is a 19-year-old girl, and she had gone off traveling, sort of around Asia, I believe. She was basically, the long and short of it to begin with was that she was detained back in May, having been arrested at the Tilbury airport when a total of 14 kilograms of drugs were found in her luggage, which obviously in any case is not good. And how this sort of came about and came into the sort of mainstream media within the UK, I assume it's in various other places too, but obviously I don't know what's here. And her parents basically raised the alarm when they hadn't heard from her for a while. So I believe she'd told them that she was going off, moving on to Thailand to meet some friends there. From what I understand, her parents didn't want her to do that. But she went anyway, which is fair enough. She's young and wants to backpack and stuff. Like, who doesn't want to do that? I think is a good thing to do. But yeah, so they raised the alarm that she was missing and they hadn't heard from her. And obviously, they were concerned for her whereabouts. Transpired that she was actually in Georgia, and that is where she had been detained on these of smuggling those drugs, trying to smuggle them through Georgia. So Bella alleges that she was coerced into smuggling the drugs by gangsters who had branded her with an iron, showed her a video of pretty horrific things. I'm not going to repeat what they are just because, yeah. And basically threatened to also harm her family, which, you know, seeing if obviously this is all alleged, it's her word and what she said. We obviously know, I don't know if anyone will really know, but yeah, that's not nice. And at 19, you're still very young and don't have much life experience. So I can't imagine what that would feel like to be in that position, because obviously if someone's threatening you like that, then you just feel like you have to do it because you don't want anything bad to happen to you or your family. Which, I could understand that side of things. So yeah, that was all threatened if she didn't comply, if she didn't take this stuff for these sort of people. Um, and at a previous hearing in July, she stated that I didn't want to do this. I was forced by torture. All I wanted to do was travel. Which, I mean, that's what she was out doing. And, sometimes it only takes meeting the wrong people on accident or just being in the wrong place at the wrong time that you get into, people get into these situations, unfortunately. So it was also found quite soon after that she was arrested. Now, I'm not sure if she said it or they just found it out, because I presume they do some kind of medical things just to make sure you're okay, that she was actually in the early stages of pregnancy. So not only is she 19, young and traveling, obviously, then going through this awful ordeal, she's also pregnant and got to deal with that all on her own, not with her family around for support, which in itself, yeah, I couldn't do it. Yeah, so she, well, I would say is due to give birth actually next month, so she's 8 months pregnant at the moment. But she was told that whatever the sentence was that she was going to be given, that she could have her baby with her, and the baby wouldn't be took away, which obviously is, I guess, comforting to know, because yeah, you don't need that added on top of everything else, do you? So she was facing a very lengthy term in prison, in the Georgian prison. Um, but so this has literally just happened sort of this week, really. After 5 months, it's come as a shock, and she has been released. So obviously she's been on various trials through this time. They've sort of hinted at, oh, this could be up to life in prison, like you're basically never going to get out because it's a serious offence. Obviously, these kind of things weigh differently in different countries, different laws, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, she probably thought that she was going away for a very long time. But actually, it came as a shock on Monday, the 3rd, was it? this Monday, that she was released and she's free to go. I believe she actually is back in the UK now. I think she got back on Wednesday, from what I read. Um, so basically, Bella and her family were under the impression that even after providing, it was around £145,000. I believe her granddad sold his house, which is obviously very sad, but also a lovely thing to do, to give up everything you have to try and get some money towards getting your granddaughter released. I think the total they actually wanted, the sort of, I'm going to say government, that might be slightly wrong, was about 220,000, 220 to 250. They say only. They got 145 to go towards her release. But from what they understood, even with that money, she'd still have to serve at least 2 years in prison. So I think they were quite disappointed by that fact. But yeah, as I said, in fact, she was actually released on Monday, 3rd of November, I've written here. And that came as a big shock to everyone. They did not expect that that was going to happen. They actually revealed that they let Bella go because they took into consideration her age, condition, her good behaviour while she's been there in prison, and that she cooperated through the process. And a court insider disclosed that the Georgian authorities chose to show leniency to the teenager because of her approaching motherhood. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good, as it could have been a lot worse. So that really was a TLDR of sort of that case. I very much am interested in that kind of thing. I love, like true crime. I just find very fascinating, yet obviously awful and sad at the same time, depending on what the case is. Um, but yeah, so there's probably quite a few details that are actually missing. I didn't get to do a full deep dive. It was half on memory, half having a quick look up of stuff. But I just thought it was something I just wanted to make you aware of that's happened. And to just be careful if you are going abroad to a different country, always look at their rules, look at, their laws and everything like that, just to make sure you do comply, because it can vary very much so, depending on where you are, and you do not want to get in trouble. And unfortunately, there are people out there that will try to take advantage of vulnerable people or people from a different country because they think threats or whatever will get them there. But yeah, so thanks for watching today. I would say I hope you've enjoyed this video, but more, I hope you found it interesting of the case. If you want to see more of this, let me know down in the comments below if there's anything you want me to look into and do a video on. And yeah, thanks for your time, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.